Okay, people, what we're going to do now is, I don't know why my hand is looking like this, but actually that's pretty good. I'm going to do a quick demo on how to do hands. Now, a lot of people are scared of hands because they find them super complicated, super difficult to draw. So when something is difficult to draw or complicated, the first thing you do is you find the shape that is the closest to the form. You just make them into shapes. Now, if you look at a hand, there's actually, oh, there we go. There's actually three distinct parts of your hand. There's the fingers to the tip. Then most people don't have that, but that's okay. Then you have your palm, right? This part of your hand. Okay? Your palm is about the same size as your finger, okay? So your fingers and your palm are about the same. And then you got your friend, the opposable thumb. And if you notice, the thumbnail on the thumb goes a different direction than my fingers. Those fingernails are on top, but my thumbnail is kind of on the side, right? So you want to make sure that your thumb is kind of a different thing, okay? So really, if I was just going to first draw my hand, what I want to do is just first think of it as three distinct shapes. Your fingers, your palm, and your thumb, which kind of goes out like that, all right? And it's a little robotic, but that's okay. That is your basic shape of your hand, okay? Now, what do you do when your hand is going like this, or you're going to do something like weird like it, like this, or something like that? And you're like, no, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Okay, so let me show you how you do that. Let me just erase this guy. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to hold my hand over here. You don't really see it that much, but trust me, it's there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it into three shapes that kind of look like it. Now, I'm not going to worry about the inside part of it. I'm going to just do the shape. This is kind of the shape of my palm. Okay. Now my fingers are kind of splayed out. So I'm going to ignore them for a little bit and I'm going to do the shape of my thumb. Okay. And it's just kind of like that. Let me just erase this guy there. Okay. All right. And that's the shape of my thumb. Okay. Now I have my fingers out in a hot mess. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go on the outside of how my fingers look. Okay. I'm going to draw the outside shape. I'm not going to worry about anything else. And now I have the outside shape of my fingers, okay? Now the fun part starts. Yay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate them into fingers. I'm not going to get fancy with it. I'm just going to separate them, kind of looking also at the negative space here, how much distance is in between them. I'm not worrying about getting them right yet. I'm just kind of worrying about getting them going, okay? My thumb is actually longer, so I got to do that again. Okay, my thumb kind of goes up to there. All right, okay. Now, I'm going to put this in here, and then the little pinky goes there, okay? So what I did is I just basically did the outside shape, and I just split up my fingers so that they fit to the outside shape, all right? Now, once you've done that, you're kind of good to go, all right? So the next thing you kind of want to do is you want to make it better, okay? So watch what happens when I draw over my template kind of, okay? That I don't like. Hold on, let me get that one out of there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just basically using that template and I'm following it and it's gonna kind of look like a hand in a minute, okay? Trust me, it's gonna look great. So I have my thumb and I'm gonna make it look nice, okay? Kind of like that. And now I'm just going to look a little more carefully at my fingers. These little lines here that show the joints, sometimes they go like this and sometimes they go like that. So you want to look because it kind of changes the direction in which your finger is going. So you don't want to mess around with that. You want to be observant, okay? And then I have little chubs there that's kind of hiding that. And then this finger is right here, okay? And that is basically that. And then you have a hand, okay? That is how that goes. I still think my thumb is a little small, but we'll just ignore that. So what I do first is I always do the shape of the hand first. Always just look at the shape, try to figure out how the fingers are going, check out the palm, and then I start with separating and then doing the hand like that, okay? If I made it look easy, it's because I've done this a million times. And when you've done something a million times, it's easier. That's the only reason it's easy, because I've practiced a lot, okay? So understand that it's going to take a little bit of practice to get used to this technique. But once you've practiced it, you'll find that it really helps. So again, the hand is in three shapes, right? The fingers, the palm, and the thumb. Okay? All right. So talk to you later.